The Bride of the Black Manse. You are all adventurers. I don't even know what your characters' names are. They're about to not matter. Dwarves, elves, warriors, wizards, whatever. And you seek gold. You have heard of a black mansion in a mere that has been long abandoned. And you've traveled to this mere to find this place supposedly full of treasure. The mansion. While its specific crimes have been blotted from the scrolls of the Overking, the flight of the mad House Leas is known to scholars of royal madness. Now is the anniversary of the Mad Prince's bargain, and the mansion has appeared again in the mirror. Lightning peals across a darkened sky. The deceased prince has one last gambit left to play, and one question: who? You travel across the mirror and pass over a low ridge. You look down over the long black muck onto a manor house perched on a marshy shore. The hint of the night's coming chill hangs heavy in the air, and storm clouds darken in the skies, limned red in the light of the dying sun. It's perched on the edge of the swamp. It leers back at you. Vaulted windows and gaping portals, the eyes and maw of a leering corpse. A cold rain falls, obscuring the sight of the mansion. Through the hiss of the driving rain comes the slow toll, all of a sudden, of a funerary bell. Ding, dong. 9 times it tolls. You realize, when you come up on the mansion, you discuss it, look to each other, make your preparations for your heist that you are so used to crack into some forgotten ruin and take its treasure, that 30 minutes have passed, and then 9 bells. And then, when you turn and look to your companions, all of a sudden, they are changed. Whatever you were before, now, standing near you, is a little boy, as well as a dashing and dark man. And lastly, a strong, tall, and masculine man. These are not your companions, and this is not your body. The bells end. Something is happening here, and you no longer have your body. What do you do?
Well, that's odd. Wait, my voice dropped. Wait, no, it hasn't. Okay. Let's see. Well, what's immediately in front of us? We're in front of the manse. Is that right?
Black Mansion, yeah.
This image is 1 for 1. This mansion looks like a sodden black corpse sinking into the mud. It looks as if it will fall in on itself at any moment. It is surrounded, you can kind of tell, by thick waters, once intended perhaps as a moat. They have since flooded and filled in with waters. All of this is as it seems. Here is the entrance to the mansion. And you see an outhouse off in the distance, and or an outer house, outbuilding. And then a belfry, a big bell tower. It has collapsed in on itself. And then as you're looking around and you see that your bodies has changed, something else happens. Let's see here. Oh, are any of you clerics?
No.
I am not.
Okay. Yeah, actually, no, it does not. So you're currently kind of on this ridgeline, you know, and you look around, and mist and heavy rain have buffeted you in on all sides.
So is there clear access to the entrance, or is it flooded over where we'll have to wade through the water to get to the entrance?
The entrance appears to be open with the portcullis up. The walkway up to the main gate and 2 double doors is still intact over the waters.
Well, I assume we should head inside, boys, or...
Yeah.
Let's go to the gate.
Yep.
Let me see if I can fix that. Ah. Fix this. Does anyone have a torch or a lantern?
I don't.
That was not on my equipment list that I didn't think to buy.
I have a bundle of wood.
I will say that you have torches, but you do not have a lantern. So you have limited light that you can see from. So if you approach that portcullis that's partially up, you can see a short passageway that runs through the crumbling moat house. The way is impeded by this, partially by this rust-flaked portcullis that's half raised, hanging in the darkness. And beyond, there's a stone bridge crossing the murky mere to the manor house. You get a strange feeling. You've been here before. The chill rain drums on the slate roof of the moat house ahead. It seeps into your clothes. It seeps into you entirely. And then you're hailed by a figure that comes from the portcullis. It's an old man. He's withered and garbed in a mold-blackened robe and a mantle bearing some sigil that you feel familiar with, but you can't quite place. His robe is wet with marsh water, and he leans heavily on an old sodden walking stick, and he raises a crooked old geriatric hand in a salute, and he calls out, "An auspicious hunt to be sure, masters. Well done, masters. Well done." And he gestures like this behind you, and behind you is an enormous stag, where moments before there was none, blasted with a dozen wounds from crossbow bolts and arrows.
We return with the triumphant hunt.
Yes. We have slain the mighty beast.
Yes, I see that. He rubs together his liver-spotted hands, and he says, "That will make a fine addition to the festivities this evening." Now,
Yes, indeed, the festivities.
yeah, that's right. Of course, masters. Please come in from the rain.
Thank you, my good man.
Your chambers are ready for you. And be sure to don your masks. You must make ready for the fete.
Yes. Thank you.
by chance, could you just? I'm a little tired from the hunt, but can you just go over, remind me just the festivities? What is the order that they are going to be in, and what do you think is the most important?
Of course, of course. And he turns around and starts walking, to kind of lead you. And he looks up at the skies. He says, "It seems you've brought the storm with you, though. Why, tonight is the wedding feast between the master and his bride. And you've been gone far too long."
So has the master? Where's the bride been preparing for the big event?
"Oh, inside, please. Come. Come." And he daughters in under the rusty portcullis and continues. If you follow him up to the bridge, or up to the portcullis and look beyond it, in the rain, he seems to have disappeared.
Real quick, I want to cast Akeem's Mystical Mask to see if I can... Oh, and I failed.
Oh, no.
So I rolled a 4 and I have a +6 and I still managed to fail. So lost and failure, my very first roll. I get a 10.
Don't want to burn?
Yeah. What's that?
Don't want to burn?
Because so I can't remember, it's been a while since I ran, so I'll burn a point of stamina, I guess. We'll get that up. Well, actually, a point of stamina and a point of strength.
Okay.
To bring that up to a success.
Okay.
And that brings me just enough to really get what I want. So when I cast that, my head, I kind of crack my neck, and my head does a completely 180. So it turns around, so the back of my head is facing forward, and there's a mask on that shines with cat-like eyes, as I now have infravision.
Nice.
Oof.
So I guess I'm looking into the stuff where he wandered off. There's no sign of his heat signature from the infravision after he walked through the gate.
No, but you do see, first of all, do me a favor, and anytime I accidentally forget and I'm like, it's shrouded in darkness, be like, weird mask eyes, and then, just remind me if you would, please. But anyways, on the other end of the portcullis, you do see two things. You see the double door, and the bridge is almost nearly submerged, but not entirely. Okay, so the waters are almost fat and level with the bridge. And there are things bobbing in the waters. You see something off to the right front, like over here in the water, that's jagged and black. You think it's a chest. Ooh. Around the bridge, however, are bobbing, soggy things. And you see that they're moving toward the bridge. It looks like they are alive and moving towards you.
We may have companies. There's something moving towards us, guys. You said there's a chest bobbing in the water?
Mm-hmm.
If anybody else has any ideas, I have... Real quick, I could try and cast rope work to summon a rope to grab that chest and just pull it out. If anybody else has anything they want to do.
I don't think No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah, that was I guess I can roll it in here. I've got dice in front of me because that's a 19. So with rope work, I was like, hold on, and I wave my hands around and say some stuff, and then a rope explodes from the ground like a serpent, whips around, and then turns into a rope that I can now control. With a 19 result, I summon a rope, and I can command the rope to entangle one target and constrict, or let's see, lower use. I can arrange it into any shape.
So you want to use it to lash out into the water and pull the chest?
Yes.
Okay, you can do that.
Okay.
So the it launches out from you and wraps around you, pulled in the chest. As these things seem like they're kind of slowly moving in toward the bridge, you pull the chest in, and it's a big, heavy black chest. It's clasped and watertight, but it is not locked.
Well, I have 100 feet of rope, so I got that. And anybody want to do the honors?
Do it.
Who opens it?
I'll open it.
All right. Let's see. What are your all's occupations?
I am a woodcutter.
Okay.
Locksmith.
Okay.
Oh,
I was
Well-
a parsnip farmer.
Parsnip
parsnip
farmer.
farmer.
Okay. Right. All right. Let's see. Yosef. Sorry, I showed Yost, but you're Yosef. Sorry about that. Yosef, make an initiative check. Roll for initiative.
Okay, plus 5. D20. Yeah. I'll just roll a D20 if you don't mind off screen.
Yeah. Just do, that's fine.
Because this setup isn't familiar. That'd be a 18.
Nice. You begin to open it, and immediately it jerks from your hands and falls off to the side, and you back away with speed. And it's good that you do, because the chest bursts open, and these almost imagine like a slinky, but it's this alien fat worm that just falls out, like 3 or 4 of them plop to the ground, and then it's like they kind of unfurl from the chest, and then like a bunch of giant, vibrant, fluorescent, like bright, what do you call it, bioluminescent bugs with giant stingers, like explode out and fly everywhere. Now, you are able to back away so that these things you don't capture their attention in the rain. But this thing explodes with strange mutant-like insects. And anyways, there is also something in the chest that rolls out. There is a something wrapped in a velvet wrap. And that falls out onto the ground after the insects flee.
I'll pick it up and see what's inside.
You pick up the wrapping, Sabian, and you feel a familiarity with what you touch. You unwrap it, and inside is a mask. It's a leonine mask decorated with thick, bristling hairs, a rich mane, and a convincing snout and pearly teeth. It's a mask.
I'll show it to the others. What do you think of this?
Must be one of the masks the old man was telling us about. But I thought they'd be in our quarters.
But what was it doing here?
What are we doing in someone else's bodies?
Well,
You know? A lot of weird stuff's going on. A lot of weird stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What was the gist of the mask again? Like
It's a lion mask. In fact, I think I have
Lion
a
mask.
picture of it here. Let me find it. No. That's just something coming later. Items, no. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What do you do next?
Well, apparently my mystical mask only lasts for 1 round per or 6 rounds per, so 1 per caster level. So,
Okay. It's been 2 so far.
and the things are getting closer in the water.
Yeah, it looks like they're slowly coming up to the bridge and bobbing up against the bridge, and then you see something like rise up next to one of them, and then you see an arm come up. And they're slowly pulling and arms are pulling whatever these things are out of the water.
Yeah. Do they appear to be humanoid in shape, or is
Yes.
just okay? Okay. There are things crawling out of the water towards us. Maybe should we? So we haven't crossed under the portcullis yet, have we?
Not yet,
Or-
no.
Should we go inside?
I think that would be the best.
Yeah.
At least get out of the rain.
Okay. Now, these things at this point are pulling themselves up onto the bridge.
Okay. How far across is the bridge to the entrance to the manse?
It's probably, I don't know, 20, 30 feet, but as you cross under the portcullis, slop, slop, and then like on either side, and then these things pull themselves up onto the bridge. Hold on. And let me give you a torch. The thing is gaunt, a troll-like being, mere blackened skin clinging to unnaturally long bones, the long arms nearly hanging to the ground and dragging it. The legs and the spine are twisted and rotten, and haunted eyes look threatened to pop out like bubbles from a drawn face. 5 others in something like hoods, but maybe also algae and muck, drooping from them, a grim appearance, fall in behind. Hanging at their sides are old, dry-rotted ropes, and they just lunge forward towards you. Now, you saw them coming. I'll let you all act first.
So you said there are ropes around them?
They're holding ropes.
So my rope work spell remains in effect for 1 turn, and it says I can summon a rope or use an existing rope to command to entangle a target.
Okay.
Could I assume, I don't know how broad that goes, if I can make it apply to new ropes that show up, or
Yeah, sure.
just the one I summoned.
What are
So
you
I
thinking
was-
about doing?
Well, at least get one of them tangled up with he's got to beat with a DC 19, because that's what I rolled, to command a rope to loop herself around the target and constrict him. So then it's a reflex save to escape, and once if he fails that, then it's a strength or agility to break free, and he can do nothing other than talk if he's able to talk.
Only 3 are able to make it. The rest are tied up. You buy yourself some time. And with that, also, Sabian and Yosef, what do you all do? What do you do?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sabian is just going to... He's going to go back and try to blend with the environment, like try to hide a spot to disappear.
Okay. Make a what is it? Make a intelligence check. Wait, are you a thief?
Yes.
Ah, my bad. Do whatever your thief skill says. My
Oh,
bad.
okay.
Yeah. And I think you can add your
Hi-
dice to it and all that stuff, all your things.
Hiding shadows. This is modified by the armor, right? Check penalty. It says.
Yeah. I can't remember. I'm sorry to be honest, but don't worry about it. I think it's still a D20 though, and you just rolled a 17, so you get what you want.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
plus 7, I think.
All right. So yeah, you take this turn, and you're certain that you're hidden. Meanwhile, what do you do, Yosef?
Joseph is gonna try to hack through one of these abominations.
All right. Go for
Forward
it.
to attack.
Roll your
So I will
action
roll
dice.
I'll roll a D20 and a D14 and roll plus my strength, which is plus. And I get a +2 for that. So let me roll this.
Yeah, just check your
Oh,
20
oh,
and your 14. There you go. Okay, so your
oh,
20.
that's not good.
And then I
Oh,
think
boy,
you.
no.
Oh, interesting. Wow. Yeah, both of them didn't. Yeah, you miss both times.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, and then let's see. I'm gonna have them roll for initiative. Let's see here. Are you all okay with that order for now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
2. So back at the top of the order, Matthias, what do you do?
I'm going to cast Magic Shield. That is a 12, which is, I believe, still a success. So I guess, oh boy, and then I wave my arms around, and a magical buckler appears in a blaze of light on my arm, and so I believe I now have a +2 to AC.
Okay. Sabian, what do you do? Or wait, do you have more action dice actually? You
I do, and I
oh,
was
my
also
bad.
going.
Sorry about that.
I was going to try with my D14 another casting of Akeem's Mystical Mask.
Okay.
So that's a 12. That's an 18. So with that, my head spins around again, and this time the mask helps defend against baleful spells. All spells have a penalty, and my face takes on a faceted. There's a mask of quartz-like appearance on the back of my head as my head spins around.
Nice.
So it's
Alright.
-2 to spells and spell checks against me.
Gotcha. Okay. Sabian, what do you do?
I'm gonna try to sneak towards the back of this guy here.
Okay, you do that.
Does that take my whole action?
No, you can still act.
Okay, I'm going to try and stab him on the back. With the dagger, which I think I can just click on here.
You hit for 4 points of damage. Okay. And then I
Ooh.
think you do more
Oh.
because you have your backstab, right?
Yeah, it counts as a critical, if I remember correctly.
Nice.
I don't remember the effect of the critical though.
Roll what's your crit die?
Oh, that's right. Crit die is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure at level 5 your crit die is going to
Yeah.
be something like a D6 for a thief or something. Actually,
What-
I have it here.
1d20 on crit table 2.
Okay, roll your D20. I got it.
9.
9. It says the foe stumbles over their own limbs, falling prone as you strike them. So you do 4 points of damage, and you can follow up with a free extra attack.
Nice.
Oh, okay. 11 for 2 points of damage.
All right, you strike again for another 2 points of damage. This will be a normal attack, and then that's your first action die. Do you have any other action dice?
No.
Okay. Back to Yosef. What do you do? This will end your.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to attempt to somersault over this abomination and use my long sword to chop his legs out from underneath him.
Nice.
So I would roll my D20 and my D14 plus an attack dice, which would be a D7. I believe. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because you can add that to to
Yeah.
hit, I think. Oh, and that's
Yeah.
also a crit for a warrior because your crit range
Nice.
is.
So I'd roll a D24. With a 24, just roll that effect. And 17. I'm not sure what that does exactly.
You are a level 5 warrior,
Yes, sir.
and you rolled a d24 for your crit die. Is that right?
Yep. Yep. I got a 17.
It says the following. You might as well roll all your damage because there's a bunch, but it says.
Okay.
So you do that. Wait, actually, what's the range? No, you have to get a 7 on the D7 for the Mighty D to go off, right?
No, it's still got to be a 3 or
It's
above.
just a 3.
So-
That's wild. Okay.
So any 3 or
Okay, yeah.
above, it goes off.
Right.
And
Yeah,
you can,
that's right.
You
that's
can
right,
rain
So
potentially the higher on it, the more devastating the deed. But
So
It goes
so
off.
this is what happens. You do a flip over this abomination. You slice its legs out from under it, then turn it around, strike twice, and then come back around from the front and disembowel it, spilling its entrails onto the ground, and it dies instantly of shock.
Oof. Nice. Oof. Oof. Nice.
All right, it's their turn. Let's see here. This one is going to try to attack Sabian. Oops. I'm just going to roll their attacks. A nat 20, that's bad. And a fumble.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
Let's start with the nat 20. That's bad. I got a crit table for a monster. It's let's see. A 15. Oh god, that's bad. It says that it strikes you, Sabian. It does only D3 damage. So I'm gonna roll my D3 here. It does 1 damage. You are now caught in a noose, however, which I'll get
By
back
the
to.
neck?
Yeah, by the neck, which I'll get back to in a second. But in addition to that, it says that it also he punches you with his giant swampy fist. It crushes your internal organs, and it does an additional D12 damage. So you take an additional 6 damage, and it forces you to make a fortitude save in order to remain conscious through the immense pain. Make a fortitude save. 13 fails. Sabian passes out from the immense pain as his organs are crushed from the punch.
no.
Oh no.
Okay, and then meanwhile, this guy fumbled. He is not wearing armor, so that, I think if you're not wearing armor, it's a D4.
Mhm.
And so it simply says it trips, but then he makes a reflex save, which he passes. So he actually recovered from that fumble. Okay, that's one advantage to not having armor. Okay, you have, for your rope spell, I think you have 3 rounds remaining for this before these guys are untied. Sabian is unconscious. This one is dead. This guy is still alive. He's going to move forward and attack the spellcaster.
Checks.
Let me see. He can do crushing hug. And you get this look in his eyes where he looks at, oh no, and he's like,
No,
it's like
so deadly.
there's an uncomfortable sense of familiarity, at least on his part. You take 3 damage as he embraces you and starts to crush the life out of you. And then he starts trying to pull you over to the side. you'll need to try to break free, or else he'll pull you into the water.
Yeah,
This
of
guy,
course.
you can tell that this guy is going to try to do this with Sabian's unconscious body as well. And that brings us back to you all. Top of the round, Matthias, what do you do?
Let's see. So to break out of his, would be a reflex save, or is it just an agility attack to break free?
I'll say you can try to do either. You can try to use a spell, attack to get free, or you can do a strength save. Or what is it?
Okay.
Where is it? Yeah, reflex. That's right.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to cast as my main action. I'm going to try and do a reflex save to break free, and that's going to probably be a fail because I rolled a 5, so that's an 8 total. So I'm guessing I don't slip free. My second action die, I'm going to cast Locate Object to find, I don't know, my shoe. But hopefully with this going off, the mercurial effect of thousands of rats spilling from my sleeves will help push it away and defend me.
Yeah, you use the
Well-
rats. I get that. Okay.
Oh,
all.
crap.
Uh-oh.
And I rolled a 2. So
Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. That was a
Yeah.
really important spell, too. Okay, so that fizzles. All right.
Yep.
Let's
So
see.
that's my turn. That
No-
was a bad time.
Nostromo is unconscious currently. So back to Yosef. This one in front of you is
Yosef.
dead, and your friends are about to be dragged into the water.
Yosef is going to rush forward to save our spellcaster.
Okay.
So he's just like, he's going to...
You can hit both if you have 2 attacks. You could come right here and attack 2.
Okay, yeah, I've got a D20 and a 14. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. First attack, that's a +2 for that. And I roll my D7 as well
Yeah.
from each dice roll. Okay.
Mhm.
First attack. That's
That-
17.
Yeah, that will hit.
Okay. That's a D7 for damage, I believe.
And because you got a 7, you can also declare a mighty deed.
All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to disavow this fellow.
Okay.
So I roll a D24.
You,
Crit?
you,
Or no?
No, you roll
I'll just do
your attack damage.
Okay, my bad. Okay. Sorry, I'm just very unfamiliar with this system.
No problem. And then I'll tell you what the disembowelment might do.
1d8 plus deed. +2 is my strength. It's a 10.
Okay. I'm gonna say that causes that damage to double.
Okay.
That sounds like a disembowelment to me. So you strike across and then rip your. Do you have a blade? What kind of weapon do you
Yep,
have?
longsword.
You rip your longsword back across and a half sword. It causes this thing that's holding Matthias to simply slip off of Matthias and back into the mirror, and then you can turn around for your next attack.
Okay, that'll be a D14. Plus my mighty deed. Can I attempt another mighty deed?
Yeah,
Or no?
absolutely. Well,
Okay.
no, actually.
No, okay, so just
A
regular.
dwarf can with a shield, but I think a warrior can only do it with their action die.
Okay. Okay. How do I click off here? Okay, so D14.
I hope I'm
So
not
I'm
wrong.
going to
but,
come back with my sword and try to impale this thing in the back of the head.
okay.
Whoops.
All right.
I
The
misrolled that.
first D14 is an 11, which you would add your attack modifier to anyway.
No, that'd be +2.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Okay. I roll a D8 damage. It's 2. It's a 7.
You hack off this thing's arm. You have its attention. It turns around and it lunges for you. It's going to get a chance
Okay.
to attack you.
Okay.
It misses, You kick it forward. Let's see. Sabian is unconscious. Matthias, do you want to try to do anything? You only have,
You know,
I think, 2 rounds left for until these people are free.
Yeah. I'm going to have you. So you injured this thing. I do have
Yeah.
a pitchfork from my farming days. I'm just going to go ahead and make an attack roll on it.
Yeah, go ahead.
You gotta be okay. I need to get some new dice. That's the second 2 in a row I've
right.
rolled. So it wasn't a fumble, but I'm pretty sure it won't hit.
Yeah. All right, Yosef, what do you do?
Okay, I'm going to attack this fellow with my D20, and I'm going to save my other dice. Can I save my? Would I save my other dice for the next round? My D14.
No,
Or-
it would just
I
be
know,
for this
okay.
round, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll both of them.
Yeah, go for it.
Heck with it. What's my D7? And trigger these. I'm just gonna Ginsu this guy. And that's a Mighty D.
It
Trigger
is.
the Mighty D. I just do like a samurai cut where he just like cuts his head and like cuts down the body, like they do the tatami mats.
Yeah, you do that. You slice him up. He slides off, preventing him from doing any more damage. And just slides
for
back into
damage?
the water like a fish. What do you all want to do with these that are tied up? The spell is fading.
Well,
Say we finish them.
if you can finish them quickly, I mean, I can otherwise be trying to pick up our thief to rouse him or drag with it. If we want to run past them, try and get inside before they can do anything else.
I
You,
will finish them.
You decapitate them, and Sabian wakes up at the end of combat. Here you are on the other side of this bridge, surrounded by these slimy, mucky, gruesome bodies that are hacked up. Some of them slid back into the water. Parts of them are still shivering and moving. You see here a pair of towering bronze doors that bar your way. They're cast with depictions of a single figure surrounded by 7 impaled bodies. And above is a corpulent devil that leers from atop a mighty throne. As you approach, a voice echoes out into the night. Who would enter?
You were invited to the wedding party. We're the nobles. We come with a stag that we've hunted in the marshes.
It's just,
At you saying that?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry, this should be further ahead, my bad. This would have happened here. The doors open wide for you. And I'll describe the other side. You are on the inside of the mansion. The inside of the mansion is damp and dark everywhere. Except for if you're... Well, I think your eye effect is gone, but... the walls are wet and seeping through. The roof is ruined, and the rain is just coming down in places. And there's no light here except for the torches that flicker that you carry. The whole place has the stink of swamp and moat. It's chill, grim, unwelcoming. And let's see. Dark tapestries hang from the walls like dripping entrails. High above, the rain courses in dark rivulets down stained glass windows circling the dome. In the crash of lightning overhead, the stained glass casts the chamber in flashes of red and violet. Paired doors stand to your left and to your right. Across the hall, twin wooden staircases rise to a balcony. And you see this. These are the tapestries.
any of these are bodies that we're currently inhabiting?
They are.
Ah,
The one at the bottom right looks exactly like little Matthias. And the one, let me
Hey, there's
see here.
Joseph too.
Yes,
yep.
Joseph, Sabian, all of them are depicted here. In fact, I can just describe the ones that relate to you if you want.
Is that my wrist cut open or snakes?
I will tell you, starting with
It's bindings.
starting with Nostromo with Sabian, this figure appears as an inverse of a woman's. There's one that depicts a tall warrior with shining golden hair. I think to the upper left. So this one is to the upper right. It's an inverse, a warrior clad in black armor with black hair holding a spear. And to either side are stylized wolves. And then there is Yosef. This one shows a tall, dark-haired warrior in white tabard armed with a bow. You can see that one kind of to the center left,
Nice.
bottom. And then lastly, you have little Matthias. To the bottom right, he is young, golden-haired child arrayed in a white tabard. Red lines snake from the child's wrists. Red lines.
I don't have a good feeling about this body that I'm in, guys.
No.
It's like somebody murdered a child, or... And you...
I'm allowed to break my rule. It's Dungeon Crawl Classics. I think I gave a content warning. It's... Yeah. These modules are pretty sick. All right. What do you all do next?
We go further in to the manse.
Okay, door to the left or right, and a balcony that goes up, and there are these tapestries.
I think the ballroom. Shouldn't we? Are there any servants about?
No one's here.
No. Okay. I wonder where a ballroom in this place would be. I'm just a poor woodcutter. I don't have any anything any noble upbringing.
Probably on the ground floor.
Yeah,
Hmm.
let's go to the ground floor. if
Okay.
possible.
Left, right, or up the balcony.
I'm thinking right. What do you think?
All right.
Yeah,
Right,
let's
sounds
go
good.
right.
A simple wooden door. It opens into a narrow stone chapel. Rotten pews lay cast about like playthings. The wall and the ceiling are hung with moldering violet draperies. Once rich, the cloth is now ratty and torn. At the head of the chapel is a trio of toppled altars on a dais of black stone. Garlands of rotting flowers droop from the walls and adorn the toppled altars.
Garlands of flowers, you say. So, a chapel. I wonder if seems to be a wedding that was taking place here that we're in some sort of cursed loop on, maybe? I think is... Yes. When I examine, is there like an alt? You said there's an alt, like a black altar?
There is.
Hmm. Is there anything on the altar?
Sure. You go up to the altar and there's rubble and ruined things and stuff laying about, stuff piled up as well. These are unholy implements. There are 6 violet candlesticks here, a trio of shattered cruets, a blood-stained antipendium lying about the floor. A shallow, empty pool is set into the dais, and among the rubble, jutting up from it, are 3 glass globes collected in whatever that thing is called that has like a wooden panel that has holes, like you would drink flights of, like a flight out of, but it can also hold something. And anyways, there are 3 glasses that are held in this thing that's sticking up out of the rubble.
Is there any? The glasses are empty,
No.
or is there anything?
Yeah, if you take a look at it, there's some kind of fluid in it. It's a reddish fluid.
Unholy rites and 3. There's 3 busts and 3. What? I don't know. Coincidence?
Yeah.
Now, something happens. At this point, the bell. Dong, dong, dong. It dings 10 times. Suddenly, mist forms around the room. And in the mist, you can see figures, faint traceries of regal forms, tumbling gestures, men-at-arms and musicians. They pass in silence. Sometimes you think you hear the faint echoing laugh, or music, or the clack of crockery, or a polite applause. The spectral mists simply pass by you left and right. The entire the chapel is full of people, mists that are sitting and praying. If you look back out into the main area, there are mists that are going up and down the flights of stairs and talking amongst each other and moving about the house. Otherwise, they seem to not notice you.
And they're sustained. They're staying now. They're not just like passing and then they're gone. It's just.
They're staying, yeah.
I wonder if this is going to get worse as the night goes on, and maybe
Most
we'll
likely.
be seeing them clearer and clearer the more of the dings we get, until I'm sure there's something real bad eventually. Maybe around midnight. I don't know.
All right. What do you do?
Can I sniff the red liquid? Is it? I mean, does it smell like blood, or does it have an iron taste, or scent, or is it scentless?
You want to taste it or smell it?
I want to give it a sniff first before I drink it
Yeah.
to see if it has a clear odor.
I'll take a little pinky like taste of it because I'm a little bit beefier than you are. No offense to your character.
None taken. I'm a little boy now. So.
There are 2 different ones.
Beautiful.
When you the kind of rust colored one, when you put your pinky in it, it burns your pinky and it won't stop burning.
Ooh.
You do get the impression that these are meant to be put together as a reaction. You don't know what that reaction is unless somebody's a chemist or the wizard, however, can attempt a intelligence check.
Yeah, let's try that. I've got a 14 intelligence. So this will be at a +1. Oh, I didn't mean to roll 2.
Oh, you got a 19 and a 20 though.
Yeah.
This is an alchemical compound that you're familiar with as a worker of arcane power. This is called Sage's Soda. Sage's Soda, when you mix these two things together, they turn into a powerful caustic solution that can dissolve flesh and muscle, and it leaves only bone in its wake. and it'll just keep burning away. And if you try to use water or something to get it off, it will actually cause an exothermic reaction and start popping and crackling and going wild and cause even more damage.
Isn't that kind of like napalm or
Yeah, it is like napalm.
pure oh, was it sodium that'll do that too? Like
Yeah.
No,
No,
something
you're
like
you're
that.
right. This is sodium hydroxide.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
High school chemistry for the win.
Yeah, I'll just go. Maybe don't, wipe that pinky. Don't wash it off.
Yeah, I just kind of wipe it on the ground a little bit.
Yeah, wipe that real good. Don't get it wet.
Yeah.
Nostromo, anything you want to do in the chapel?
I wanna take a look towards this opening just in case there's. Wanna take a look.
Okay. That's just a crack in the VTT. This is here, though,
Oh.
if you want to look at that one.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna lean and see if there's anything visible up. I'm assuming it goes up.
Yeah, you discover a choir loft that spirals up very narrow into the darkness above. It's a very narrow circular staircase.
So don't think the ballroom's gonna be up there.
No.
What do
afraid
you guys
not.
want?
I mean, we could still find stuff upstairs.
Yeah. You're the thief, right? Is that
Yep.
going up the narrows, sneaking up the stairs to search for stuff? Is that? I don't know. Is that is that being too bossy? Is like you're the thief. You do it.
I mean, I could definitely try it. I think I have something. Yeah, I'm gonna try and sneak silently up the stairs, see what's up there.
Okay. Make your thief check for it. With the D20. That's a really handy thing about this game. It's all D20.
Oh.
The steps creak loudly as you start to go up them. As you go up the staircase, it's you can see a shallow alcove in the wall in the staircase. A shallow alcove that contains a curious bladed device and a rune-scribed crucible atop a brazier. To the right of the brazier are a handful of unburned coals. Above, in the darkness, up above, as the stairs go up, you hear the sound of hushed whispers and shuffling feet, and then silence.
Okay. Thoras, where are these sounds?
The sounds are up above you at the top of the stairs somewhere.
Okay.
The only other feature in the stairs is off to your side is an alcove, and in the alcove is a lever that has a blade on it. I mean, basically, imagine one of those old-fashioned paper cutters. You know, like a lever that has a blade on it.
Okay. And I'm gonna stop, try not to make any sounds, and wait a moment to see if I hear anything again.
Okay. You don't. Well, actually, if it's a thief test, if it's one of your skills, you could do it.
I don't think there's something for that.
Okay. I think from where you are, did you say you continue, or do you stay where you are?
No, I stay and I try to be as silent as possible and
Okay.
and try to hear.
You don't hear anything.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper to Joseph and Matthias that I think there's someone up here.
Well, let's
Right.
we
Is there
handle
any
those
traps
creatures.
or anything?
Yeah, go scan for traps.
I mean, big blade thing sounds like maybe a trap. I don't know if it's gonna.
Yeah, that just screams trap.
I'm gonna take a look, try to discern if it could be a trap.
This is not a trap. In fact, you could probably take this device out like a paper cutter. It's just like a device. You see, though, that the blade does have old dried blood on it. But also, there's some sort of fleck of sparkly substance mixed in with the blood. There's also the brazier here, and there's also some beeswax next to the brazier.
What if this was? I look towards our magic user friend, and what if this is used for some sort of ritual?
Yeah, I mean, maybe someone dripping some candle wax too with the beeswax.
Make an intelligence check. I'm the wizard.
Yeah.
That's 9.
Nope. I don't think that you would know what it is with a 9.
Yeah. I mean, wax and brazier. Maybe they were lighting candles in this room for some esoteric rites. I don't know. Still wild guess.
Right.
But
Let's go upstairs and confront this. Whoever's at the top of these stairs. I'm sure we can handle them. Whoever they are.
Let's see here.
I mean, sounds like they're hiding from us. If you heard them and now they're quiet. I don't know if we want to call out. They probably know we're here.
Yes. I mean, I'm sure they heard all the racket downstairs with us, going through those creatures.
Yeah.
So you go up to the top of the stairs, and there's a dark loft that overlooks the ruined chapel below. A blue phantasm of a woman, like the others, but slightly more corporeal and blue, kneels on the floor of the loft. One of her arms has been severed at the elbow, and it lies on the floor beside her. The severed arm seems to be covered in wax. Flint, steel, and tinder lie scattered on the floor before her. She is trying and failing desperately to start a fire one-handed, seemingly to cast this wax-covered arm into the fire. She looks at you with wild, terrified eyes, and she says, "Help! Help! They're coming! Can you hear them? Can you hear them?" And she keeps trying to light on fire her wax-covered hand. What do you do?
Who's coming to harm you?
The boys. Them. The singers. They're coming. We have to hurry. And she's desperately trying to light fire and light her arm on fire.
I'm gonna take a torch and bring the fire towards her arm.
You set her arm on fire?
Yeah.
Okay. As you do that, other spectral figures appear as you approach. They, let's see here. I'll describe them and I'll tell you what happens.
Oof.
There are these other spectral figures that have a diabolic chant. It makes you feel really uncomfortable. And the shrieking chant becomes louder as they approach. They get closer to you. You feel a trickling on your face. Your nose is bleeding. You have a headache. You begin to feel dizzy. And meanwhile, Sabian, you rush to the arm and you set it ablaze. And it sets ablaze. And all of a sudden, they disappear. All 4 figures.
Including the woman, or
Including the woman. However, the arm remains. And the arm gives off a kind of, speaking of chemistry, a kind of blue fire. But
Yeah, that might be useful.
it continues to burn, but otherwise the spectral figures are gone.
okay.
That could be something we need to keep. As gruesome as it sounds, out of
I mean,
character.
Yeah.
Hopefully it burns like. I mean, who needs a torch? We got a blue glowing.
We get an arm. We get,
blue
we get an
burning
arm,
right?
a wax arm.
Which makes me wonder that chopping thing was that how, yeah.
Yeah,
She lost the
definitely.
arm.
All right. So somebody wants to
Oh.
take this arm?
Like the hand of glory, I'll take it. I'll take the hand of glory,
Okay.
or the arm of glory, rather.
What's your alignment?
I am lawful. Oh, not good. Oh,
is-
not good, probably.
Is anyone chaotic?
I'm neutral.
Okay. You feel infused with holy power.
Oh, cool.
What god do you worship?
Oh, that's a good question. I did not put that down.
You could, if it's the stock DCC one, it's probably Saint Justicia.
I'd say Justician then. That sounds good.
Yeah, she's like the arbiter of law of mankind and earth. And anyways, okay, so you feel her presence, her reassurance, as you hold this hand. Something acts like a conduit through it. And remind me if anything comes up related to the undead again, or something from another universe, please.
All right.
Don't let me forget.
This system is so awesome.
Okay. What do you all do next?
Well, so we got a blue glowing arm up here, the spectral ghost, and
It's holy.
I guess those
Don't
were the
worry.
boys that were hunting her that vanished, maybe.
Should we search the room for Ukra?
Anything else of value in here?
Okay, you search the room for some time, and you find among the ruined altars a large iron ring set into the floor. Otherwise, there's nothing else of value other than the violet candlesticks.
Wait, set into the floor like something you can pull to find like a trapdoor or something like that?
Exactly.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Okay.
let's pull that ring. Everyone in agreement?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
It raises, and then beneath a flagstone set to the side, lifting it up and putting it off to the side, you find a stone stairway that goes down into the darkness.
Okay. I'll go down first with the holy arm of Antioch,
Mm-hmm.
the flaming arm.
The sound of rain and thunder fades as you go into the bowels of this place. You're surrounded by dark stone now. The air here is cool, moist. It stinks of mud and rot.
I guess we go forward.
There's
Try to
wide
expect more this way.
wide stone steps here that are slick with mold and slime. They curl down into what was once a vaulted chamber ahead. It's kind of hard to see, so let me get rid of these. It doesn't actually help anything. And with the hand, let me go ahead and give you some more light too. Go. Okay. So you see down in here this vaulted chamber. A black lake now occupies the center of the chamber, creeping up the steps, concealing the chamber floor. Tall columns, some canted at odd angles, support a crumbling ceiling. A quiet melancholy hangs over the dark waters.
And this is the only entrance or exit. I mean, we can see.
Well, you can go back up the stairs. Otherwise, this is what's ahead.
Okay. I think this might be a dead end. What do you think?
So it's
I
a
should.
chamber full of a black lake. Can we go around the perimeter?
Yeah.
You can see a portal further ahead. I should clarify. I
Oh,
suppose.
okay. Cool.
But this is where you start out at here. Let me actually give you a little bit more. There we go. Okay, sorry. What do you guys do?
Try to
So
go
is it-
around the edge.
Yeah. How much walking space do we have before without getting into the water?
You think you would need to try to clamber along the walls. The thief will not need to make a check, but for everyone else, if you try to avoid the water, you'll need to try to pass a check.
I'm going to cast Spider Climb then.
Nice.
Nice.
Only the warrior must pass a check to avoid the water then.
Okay.
Let's see what my spider. Okay, so that's a 14, I believe, on my Spider Climb. Where to put that one? And so
Be a
when I
strength
cast,
check.
Let me see. Yeah, it would be a. You could do strength, agility, or stamina. You choose.
I'll do strength.
well, if you want, I might want to try one more casting of Spider Climb, because if I cast
Okay.
it again,
Alright.
I have my Mercurial effect. Is the next time I cast it, I get a +1 bonus. So if
Nice.
I like chain cast it, I might be able to cast it and get a higher
neat.
result.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll try that.
So let's try it again. So that's going to be 17. That's basically the same result. I'm extremely skilled at climbing, +20 to climb checks. Okay.
Okay. All right, and you're able to also give that to your friend. Is that right?
I think I have to get a high enough result to actually cast it on somebody else. So I was hoping the second twin time might work, but instead my hands just start to glow and with an orange light.
You want to burn?
But let's see.
Is it like a huge burn you'd have to do?
Yeah, I'd have to burn a lot if I
Ooh.
was hoping to get a really high roll.
All
But it
right.
was worth a shot.
Well, if that's the case, everybody else can cling to the walls and stuff and make it across, except the warrior. It looks like you rolled a 9.
Yeah, +2.
+2 is an 11. That is not quite enough. So you start to
Alright.
climb, you slip and fall, droop, and your foot goes. Your foot goes into the water.
Oh no.
All of a sudden, figures begin to rise from the water.
Oh crap.
I don't want this to be so dark. There we go. Coming from the murky water are skeletons. At first, let's see. Actually, I'll... 10 of them.
Oh crap.
And they climb up. They all try to grab a hold of the warrior. The thief is on the wall. The wizard's on the wall. the warriors in the water, and they start to try to grab you. Make a fortitude save.
Yeah. One moment. Let me see what my fortitude is. Okay, +3. I might have this.
All right. You break free and you're able to act. What do you want to do?
Can I try to climb back up the wall, or not?
You could try to do that. You could try
Okay.
to climb up the wall.
Yeah. All right.
Does somebody have a rope though? 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Does
Rope
somebody-
to get like.
I can. Give me a second.
Yeah, if somebody can give him a rope, then you can try to get him up on the ceiling.
Can I cast
don't-
rope?
I
Do I
don't
have time
have
to cast rope work, or do I need to roll with my?
Oh wow! What? What's that?
Yes, something rises up out of the water.
Yeah. Nuh-uh.
Oh, I don't like that.
A mass of
Maybe I should-
bones. All right, yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead. If you want to try to cast rope work, yeah, go for it. See if you can get him a rope.
You gotta be kidding me!
Oh,
Jeez,
no.
Oh
man.
good.
All right. You're only going to be able to get on the wall, like for a certain. Like the problem is your climb speed sucks. You're not a magical spider right now, and you're not a thief. So you can try to climb up the wall. That will limit who can get to you.
Okay.
But yeah, roll a agility or strength.
Okay. I'll roll strength because it's higher. Come on.
All right.
16.
You make it up the wall. This narrows who can get to you. You're able to try to start shimmying across as these things just start to pile up. There's 10 of them. You're able to move slightly across the wall. Meanwhile, the thief, do you want to try to do anything to help?
You got like a ranged weapon or something that you can like shoot these guys with?
No range stuff. Oh, by the way, something you mentioned about who's got the hand? Matthias?
I have the
Was it?
hand.
You have the hand? Something
Yep.
about
Oh yeah, I shine the
about
hand in front of the
undead?
skeleton.
You try to shine the hand in front of the skeleton.
Yep, and the and that skeleton creature thing looking.
Yeah, the
Just to
Good.
see you protect you.
it glows brightly, and something happens. They ignore you, as if you're not there,
Excellent.
and you're able to shimmy across and get to your friends.
All right.
If that's what you want to do.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
Scurrying over the
nice.
wall.
Okay. You make it let's see, to the other side. This narrow cave grows warmer here, leaving the chill of the icy water behind. The passageway opens to a small cave, some 5 paces across. Burned candles, some little more than pools of hardened wax, are set about the stone floor according to some curious pattern. A dull violet glow and the stench of sulfur emanate from a rough-hewn pit in the center of the rocky chamber. What do you do?
Don't recall anything about a pit in the tapestries, but clearly there's some dark stuff going on down here. Do we want to look into the pit and see?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah. It's like I hate to do it, but
You go up to the pit?
Yeah.
I wanted to scan the room, see if there's anything unusual or dangerous on the walls and the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah, as you approach the pit, something that happens just even as you approach is that just coming closer, the candles come to life. And you hear echoing voices, all saying the same thing, but in a cacophony around you. You hear, "We shall know our masters by their actions."
Oh, I don't like this.
And the candles come to life. They spit a sickly yellow smoke that chokes the air. The smoke forms into traceries of hundreds of figures. The wizard can make another check, I think, an intelligence check.
Somebody's been communing with maybe some devil sort of thing, like was in the. I wonder if this is that devil that was in the tapestry.
The pit is about 10 feet across. You're not sure how deep it is. There is some kind of shining stone glimmering 15 feet down the pit.
15 for the intelligence check.
Okay, there are two things that you can tell. This is absolutely a ritual site, and this is a ritual you could perform if you were evil enough. This is a thaumaturgic circle, and the spirits that appeared are the spirits of many who were sacrificed to some thing from another plane.
Okay. And you said that about 15 feet down the pit, there's some sort of shiny something?
That's right. Now, going back to Sabian, to Nostromo's question, you said that you examine the walls, you try to see if there's anything dangerous. So as you come up, you can see that as you approach, the circumference has 3 distinct pools of blood. There's some sort of magical force that seems to prevent you from entering across these circles. And you can feel it
If I
even as
stick
you
a
approach.
hand in it.
Let me see. You stick the hand in it, and it calls upon this divine aid, and it drops the magic circle and its demonic
Nice.
power. You can tell that it will light up soon, however. You only have moments if you want to try to do anything within the circle.
I'm going to cut my hand to spell burn to cast rope work again and attempt to summon a rope to wrap and snatch whatever's in the pit.
Okay.
But I'm going to take a point of strength damage to do that. And wait, that's not the right one. Shoot.
Ooh, and what an interesting time to do that.
Oh, great. Well, that's going to be a what's a 17 plus 6 and that 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you get a rope around this stone. You pull the stone, and it
Can get 400 pounds of weight with that casting in.
it is 6 inches in diameter. It's cut with 414 facets. It is a dark gemstone pulsing with a malevolent violet light.
We can sell that.
Malevolent pulsing gemstone. Okay.
You have a rope around it. What do you do with it?
Well, I'm gonna pull it. I guess have the rope kind of follow. I get the rope will last me for 1 hour, basically. No, 1 turn. That's 10 minutes. So I'll pull it away from the pit. It's like I don't know if I want to touch this. I'm thinking it's evil, but can't be good, right? To leave it there.
Yeah. While you're thinking about what to do, you will have to make a decision right now. Do you leave it or do you pull it out of the circle? Because the circle is about to activate.
Oh, I'm gonna pull it out of the circle.
Okay, you
yeah.
pull it out of the
Upward.
circle, and then you're trying to decide what to do with it, when all of a sudden you hear dong, dong, dong. This time, 11 bells. From where you are now, nothing seems to be different, except for one thing. In the light behind you, when you look behind you into this chamber, all of the damage is gone. And you see down there instead a beautiful chamber with polished marble, no dark pools, and no skeleton. You smell in the air rich food, sweet wine. You hear the echoing of laughter somewhere off in the distance, a joyful laughter.
Do you think we need to head back upstairs and see how the
what's
festivities
going
have
on?
changed there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are our bodies still the same? Those nobles, or we're still these noblemen?
Yep, you still have those
Okay.
bodies. Is there anything else you want to do in this chamber? Or you want to head back and go up the stairs? You said you go back, go up the stairs. So yeah. So this no longer depicts this well. This is actually clean now and perfectly repaired.
And it actually is. We're not just seeing that so we don't like walk through, but I just wanted to test with my hand just to like make sure it's not an illusion.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't seem to be an illusion so far. Let's see here. And then you come back and you find a chapel that is in perfect repair. And there are people here in flesh and blood. All of the people that are here, and there's no rain and there's no thunder. Let me get rid of that. The ceiling is perfectly repaired. Light gleams in from the stained glass windows. The people here worshiping wear masks. And everyone wears a mask.
I was just about to ask if any of you guys wanted this lion mask. If you don't, I'm going to put it on, but I was going to give
Go
somebody
ahead.
else an offer.
Go
Go
If
ahead.
you wanted. I had a feeling that people might be wearing masks, so
Yeah.
I'll put on the lion mask. That's before we walk into the room.
If you wear your lion mask, something strange happens instead. When you put the lion mask on, you can see sitting here that these are not people. You can see their true form. These are fiends from the lower planes, from the courts of chaos. They are all devils. Only you can see this. To everybody else, they're people.
I'll kind of whisper, hey guys, these are...
They don't see you
These are-
yet, I should say.
Before we go in there, just be aware. These aren't people. They're devils. We just, came from some sort of summoning circle with the lower planes. Yeah, that's what these are.
Lovely. All right.
So, don't make any bargains with anybody. All right.
Yeah. Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay. So you're currently in this trap door. What do? Do you come up out of the trap door and into the chapel? The chapel now is resplendent and beautiful, and except that the iconography remains the same. It has this unholy trinity of beings on it.
So we're gonna have to just basically emerge from a clearly hidden chamber into a room
Yeah.
full of not people.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we got to try. I mean, it's like, hey guys, how's everybody doing? Seems tend like we're just part of the group.
No.
Okay. You come up out of the floor, and they ignore Matthias in his mask. But immediately they all arise from their seats. They walk casually over to Sabian and Yosef, and they say, "Oh, hello." And they're in masks. You can't see their face. They're like,
Oh.
"You must join us. You have to join us for the grand fete."
Oh, we will. It's just we forgot our masks. We're gonna go get them.
They start following you.
Is it possible? So they don't see, and they are totally just not reacting to me at all.
Yep, they don't react to you.
How many of them are there?
5.
5. Okay, I don't know. Do you think I can put fiends to sleep?
You could try.
Because as my mercurial magic effect, I can cast sleep completely silently without. So if if they don't see me,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I could go, boop.
Yeah,
and
go
just
for it.
Drop them.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, come on, don't roll another 2 like you've been doing. Let's see. I'll just go ahead and add my bonus here. So that's a 19. So I can I'll come up behind one. If he doesn't seem to notice me, I'll kind of just point at him, and a puff of soft white cloud engulfs its head. And up to 3 targets within range must save or fall asleep for 1d4 hours. But I don't know if they're immune to sleep because they're fiends.
You rolled a 19. I'll say that you put this room to sleep, and they seem to do so. They seem to simply lay down in place and fall asleep. And they stop following you all. Now, that being said, you can hear noise from outside this door and from where you are. Also, I'm going to get rid of the darkness. This place is perfectly well lit now.
So as part of the way to wake them up, as part of the casting the spell, to wake them, you have to shove sheep's wool up their nose. That's the awakened condition for sleep. Because I can make it whatever I want. And I used to have a sheep, so that's how you wake them up, is you shove wool up their nose. Can we take their masks off?
Oh, do we really want to?
Yes.
You could.
Yes, you
Makes
could.
One for each.
Okay, you take their masks off, and immediately they turn into hideous, writhing, demonic beings that make you want to throw up to look at.
But they're still sleepy.
They're still sleepy so far. Each of you have a mask.
I put one of the masks on. Let's get the hell out of here.
All right, I'll put in another.
I was also wrong, by the way, Sabian. This is a corridor. I was wrong.
Oh, okay.
So we have 1 to 4 hours before they wake up, assuming they work like people do when I put them to sleep. So,
Yep.
Hopefully, but if they wake up and we may be dead by then anyway. So we'll see.
Well, true.
Oh, what did you do with the crystal?
Oh yeah, I guess because it would have been over a turn. So I guess I still have it with me and tied up in the rope. Does the rope?
You just keep it like a soap on a rope, but it's a demonic stone on a rope?
Yep.
Okay, you do that. All right, where do you all go next? You can hear the place alive with revelry and celebration and partying and music.
Well, I think so. We know there was some sort of wedding happened, and based on the tapestry, somebody married a demon or something. Maybe we can find a way to either interrupt the wedding, or we need to have an annulment or something.
Yeah, I object.
Yep.
I object to the demon wedding.
I wonder, there was the tapestry. There was like the demon holding something. I don't know if it was a ring, I assume, but maybe it was a big magic glowy rock. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
All right,
So
you can
weird.
from where you are, you could go up back to the balcony. You could go back down into that hole. You could go into this corridor or back into the door out of the chapel.
Let me check that corridor. What do you think?
Yeah, let's check that corridor.
Okay. There's a corridor to the right, a passageway here to your right front, and then it goes on. The corridor continues on ahead to your left. The corridor continues to the left here. These are actually, you can see from here, these are both portals. Like, and when I say portal, I mean in a non-magical sense. They're thresholds. Basically just doorways right here that appear to seem to go to the same building or room. And then this corridor continues on to the left up ahead.
Are there doors or is it just open archways?
There are doors. And let's see, 18. There is a bunch of people here in this room. There are 3 different nobles, and there are 3 different soldiers. You recognize the armor now. This armor and coat work that they're wearing resembles the murky beasts that were in the mirror. And then there are a group of 3 jesters entertaining them in this hallway. They don't seem to take note of you with your masks on.
Are they? I don't know. Do they look like demons too, or can I tell they're demons as well, or are these?
Yes, only you, and yes, they all look like demons.
Demons, guys.
Oh.
But they don't seem to see us, or they think we're one.
All right, let's just go past them.
Yep.
You're going to take this hallway? Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
All right, you go up the hallway. It continues on ahead to the left, and then there's a set of double doors here.
Is this another door on the south?
It is. I'm sorry. There's also a double door there.
The south probably goes back to the opening chamber at some point.
Yeah.
The fact that it struck 11 makes me think we're on a time crunch here. So let's
Exactly.
maybe do you want to check these double doors? See if this goes
let's check
into
these double doors.
North or south?
Oh, sorry. Well, if you check the south, you crack them open a little bit. Okay, it opens onto the balcony.
Oh, okay.
That's what I
The
thought.
balcony, by the way, this whole area now is beautiful. It's no longer rotted. The ceiling is not caved in. There's no rain. You go here, and I'll describe what you see here. There is a great hall here. A vaulted hall stretches before you, anchored by a great stone fireplace on one end, a wall of towering bronze plates on the other. 3 long tables capable of seating an entire company. It's seated for a grand feast, wooden bowls, drinking horns, and knives. And there are many nobles here sitting, except to the one wearing the lion mask. They are profoundly, like one of them is like a demon in the form of a big millipede, and all their little arms along their bodies are like going like this, and they're like devouring parts of people and stuff, and it's really grotesque to the person wearing the lion mask, but to everybody else, they're just seeing nobles.
You guys see me kind of,
Yeah. I figure you're seeing something messed up.
Yeah, it's unpleasant.
A few other details. I can tell you that there is At the head of the table is an oversized throne. It looks like it's capable of seating a 14-foot tall giant. A massive chair carved in the likeness of hellfire. Flames composed of leering imps, howling skulls, and bodies writhing in torment. And at the right hand of this giant throne is a similar chair with identical carvings, but it is human-sized. A smaller
this is the
chair
wedding.
hung with a dusty, well, no, and let's see here. There are courtiers now, and the table is set with rich food and drink. Cacophonous music fills the air. Wedding flowers are everywhere in full bloom, in beautiful arrangements.
What's this right here?
That would be... I think that would be like a... that's the fireplace. Yeah, so you got an archway here, and then you've got 2 doorways, and and everybody is feasting and dining. It seems like the main attendees are not here yet.
Guess
Look, I whispered to Mike, when that attendee gets here, we shove that arm at him. Holy power of the wax arm.
I forgot to mention that did disintegrate the arm when you used it to get through the circle.
Oh, darn. Okay. Darn. Okay. Well,
darn.
Hey, I tried.
Well, if we get desperate, I'm going to sling this gem down and then you smash it.
Gotcha. Good.
If we get desperate, if they're Hail Mary, maybe if we destroy this summoning gem thing, something, that'll be good.
Right.
Just if we get down to the wire and we're all about to die, and I just sling my soap on a rope on the ground, that's
Gotcha.
that's the sign for smash it.
Gotcha.
So, do we want to go looking for the bride and groom?
I mean, ask some of the attendees when the bride and groom were supposed to show.
They don't seem to notice you.
Oh.
That might be in our favor. I say let's just keep exploring.
I'm assuming if they're gonna come here, maybe they're gonna come from that archway on the west.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go see.
See what's in here. You see a low-ceilinged chamber appointed with a profusion of pillows, embroidered mats, fur rugs, and rich tapestries. Across the chamber is an enormous wardrobe of dark polished wood. There are 3 veiled women here, gossamer dresses rising from the pillows. They cross towards you with otherworldly grace.
Are they demons?
Yes. No. I'm sorry, actually, no. These are not demons. They just, they gracefully come towards you, and they seem to notice you. And they say, come, please. And they try to draw you to, Boyer, I think, is that like a collection of pillows, like you would have like concubines and that kind of thing? You know what I mean? Like have an orgy on. They try to pull you toward a collection of like comfortable looking places like that, I think is what it is. And they start trying to take your armor off and weapons.
I want to cast Charm
No.
Person.
Okay.
And see if this works. And I'm going to go ahead and burn, 2 points of stamina, and 3 points of agility for a +5, I guess, yeah. And so this will be a +11 total on this.
Okay.
Dang. So 17, not as good as I would hoped. A single target must make a will save or fall under my complete control as if it were my friend.
Okay.
Not perform suicidal or actions that a devoted friend would not otherwise perform. Oh, dang it.
They look at the two that aren't in the lion mask and they say, "You must have a proper mask for the fete. You cannot attend the fete in those masks."
What's wrong with them?
Well, they're not yours, my lord. You would need your mask. And there's a chest near you and it's going and it's like vibrating.
I'll open it.
All right. Leaping from the chest are 3 severed heads wearing masks.
Oh, yeah.
And the masks fly towards you. Let's see here. Roll for initiative.
Okay. That is a...
Oof. I got a 17.
Yeah.
Or I think I did. Oh no, I got I got a 17.
I've rolled more 2s tonight.
I got a 10.
Ooh. Okay. So I don't really care what order you guys act in. I just kind of wanted to see what the monsters are, but I think it goes like monsters. It looks like it's going to go Eddie, Nostromo, Lane. So.
Okay.
All right. So the monsters. Let's see. Oh boy. It's about to get weird here. Okay. This monster flies towards Matthias. And let me see if it does the thing. It does not do the thing. Okay, the next one flies toward Sabian. Come on. Come on. I'll go ahead and roll the other one too. There's a 13 hit?
Yeah,
Okay.
just hit.
There's a 15 hit? Yeah.
Not me.
Okay. All right.
I'm
So
wearing a
Sabian, this flying head sucks onto your shoulder by the neck, and it starts like pulsating on its like severed neck, and starts like seeping into your skin and trying to rip your head off and push your head off and reattach its head to your body.
Oh, gross. Nice.
It seems to already be like peeling back Sabian's skin. Sabian is screaming in pain as this thing is like pulling at his flesh and starting to sinew its own flesh into his shoulder.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Let's see. I think, what did I say? Sabian acts first, I think. Is that right? Okay, Sabian,
Okay.
what do you do?
I'm going to try and stab it.
Hell, dude, you don't do that sort of thing on the first date.
I mean, this is gross, but I'm gonna burn 1 point of luck.
Okay.
To add to that roll. What was my luck? My luck die.
Just roll a d20. Maybe you get a crit.
Yeah.
And then we'll see.
Okay.
Wait, I think it's a D7 at this level for your
There
level.
you go.
Oh,
See?
Oh,
All right,
so yeah.
roll your crit.
Right.
A 19. Oh my god.
nice.
Nice.
Why is it giving me
so-
a +6? That shouldn't be there.
I don't know. But nonetheless, yeah, so I did mark that you get a 19. What weapon do you have?
A dagger.
Roll for damage.
D10 for a dagger with a. Well, it's
Four.
not a backstab. That's only for backstabs.
Well, this will be a backstab, I think. Maybe it's not.
I mean, was it unaware? I don't know.
Oh, go ahead. It's okay. So you got a 4? Is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you do 4 damage to this thing. Let me look at its hit points. Yeah. And then the other thing is you just start stabbing, and it cracks open its head. And I read, actually, just to read this because it's so wild. It says it says the strike removes the target's skull. It dies of exposed brain matter.
Nice.
It does it in a certain number of rounds, but let's not worry about that because that's you definitely did what you were trying to do. Except this thing is still like partially attached to you, so you have to rip off where it's like, you know, like an ingrown nail or something. You have to rip it out of your flesh, you know. Except across your entire neck, you know. Okay. Meanwhile, who's next? Gosh dang it, Eddie, I think is next. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use my first attack roll to attack the man attacking our wizard. D20 plus a D7. Roll that. And that did not trigger my mighty deed. And that's a 6. It did not hit.
Okay, it doesn't hit. You get one more attack.
Nope. I can hit my D14. My D7. Attack the second man. Or lady. Whatever it is. 21?
Yeah, that hits for sure.
Or 20 rather? Okay.
Roll damage.
Damage. 8 plus 2. That is a 7.
Describe how you kill it.
I just stick it right through the eye. Shish kebab.
Yeah, and then it's like stuck on your blade there, you know.
Right, I just gotta shake it off. Try to.
Matthias, what do you do?
So there's one left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast slow on it because I don't have any good attacks. But let's see.
Okay.
I'm not rolling great, but that's a success. That's a 13. So actually, no, that's dang. Slow's a 3rd level spell, so that's actually a failure. Son of a bitch. I'm
Okay.
doing terrible on my rolls.
All right, it's gonna try to get you again because you tried to cast a spell at it.
Oh well, can I try with my D14?
Oh yeah, of course. Your D14 for your other spell.
So my D14, I guess I lost my slow spell, so I guess that's just going to be another magic shield. So
While he's casting the magic shield, it did miss, so you guys can roll to hit it if you want.
Alright, I'm gonna roll my
that's not
D20 to that creepy thing. That's my D7. Oh, nope.
All right.
Can I roll my D14?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
okay.
and same with Sabian if you want to roll your attack.
Roll for
10,
what?
11.
If you want to attack it, you can go ahead and do that.
That was 11 altogether, my second attack.
I think an 11 hits.
Alright, nice. I run it through with mine. That's plus 2.
Oof.
Oh, that's only 3 points damage.
Not
but
great.
still.
All right, Sabian, you want to try?
It is floating around still, right? It's
Yes.
not attached to anyone.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to slash it with a dagger.
Nice. 16
9.
for 4. That.
Oh wait, no,
anni-
16. Yeah.
Okay, you annihilate that thing. Now, a couple of things happen. First of all, their masks clatter to the floor. You feel a strange connection to these masks. In particular, one of them is a mask of a wolf. Sabian, you feel drawn to this mask.
And pick it up.
You get +3 to your attack and damage rolls.
Nice.
Your crit range is now 19 or higher. Yeah, even though you're a thief. And let's see. Matthias is wearing the lion mask, and then we've got Yosef. see if I can. Where is Yosef, you do not feel a strong connection to this mask, but it is a mask decorated with iridescent black feathers, a long arcing beak, and masks, and it stinks of blood.
Okay.
It looks like a crow.
Okay.
You can, while wearing it, burn luck as per the halfling, which is definitely the most powerful thing in this game.
Yeah, because you can like, I think I read you can like save it up like a battery and give it to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yep. You can just give people luck on things and it doubles. Like
nice.
Here, you know, if you say you spend 2 luck, then it's like, here, take 4 for that check you're doing, or for your spell or whatever. I think it's maybe not for spells. I think it's just for checks and saves and stuff. But
yeah.
Anyways, something happens. Dong, dong.
Smash it.
Dong.
Smash the thing.
It rings 12 times this time. And it is now past midnight. Every door and window opens. And all of a sudden they all open into the Great Hall. And this time, after 12 bells, the bells continue until you look. When you look back into this hall, you can see that there are hordes of revelers in a frenzy. Howling with animalistic frenzy, they spin and cavort about the hall in a wild dance. Smaller revelers are crushed underfoot. You hear their bones crunch. You see their blood. Even the large nobles are sucked into this dark horde. As it finally stops tolling, and the mob parts, in a direct path from the throne to you and your companions is an enormous black form sitting atop a throne, grim, towering, with curved horns and eyes set in hellfire. Behind the throne, a pulsing portal swirls with orange and violet to the nether places. The withered old man who first welcomed you into this accursed place stands at the head of the aisle bearing the bloody head of a stag. The severed head has been gutted and hung with bloody lace to make a grisly veiled crown as maggots fall from it. For the heir of the manor, the maid of the ball, the Seneschal declares, holding the dripping head aloft. Who claims the veil? And in a seductive voice dripping with malevolence, the devil on the throne commands, I have done all I was bid. I gave you the ring to rule the world with the wrath of a fallen god. None could usurp your power in your mortal time. Surrender to me what you promised. Render unto me a winsome bride. And then, all of the revelers are revealed as what they are. Goat beasts adorned in shrouds of flayed flesh. Succubi mewling with insatiable lust. Waddling devilkin, fat fingers stinking of flesh. Archcambians, slow-flying imps and rolling oozes. All of these fill the black manse, and the tapestries hanging on the walls become flayed skins. Rich furs on the floors become human bodies crushed flat. Food and drink are maggoty flesh and curdled blood. And the enormous black being is the archdevil himself, Mammon, come to collect his due, the soul of the Mad Prince. 14 feet tall, a horned human arrayed in folds of rich darkness, he clutches a gemstone rod and drinks from a cracked skull. He rouses himself from the throne and raises a single fist into the air. The air cracks with a thunderclap, and a fiery circlet of hellfire appears in the air. He turns to you, and he says, "One of you must accept the ring." There are 3 of you.
Who wants the ring?
I mean, as the wizard, it seems like if anybody's gonna make a deal they'll regret, it's kind of, I guess,
True.
in my wheelhouse.
True.
Not saying I don't guess anything happens if we do smash that gemstone, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you do with... So you smash it? You smash the gemstone?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you say when you smash it?
If this is what binds this place,
Shh. Okay.
Right?
then be gone.
Must possess the soul stone. You shatter the heart of Mammon, kept in the dark pit. The place howls with light, and he is drawn back into the portal.
Nice.
Right. All right. The mansion around you, finally, weighed with all of its centuries of sins, collapses like an old barn in the wind. Its beams, its wood, its fat old black sodden wood that it's made of collapses around you. The old tombs in this place, all of the people that were sacrificed, all of it just falls in around you. And you all escape out into the mirror, swimming desperately in the muck to try to get out. When you pull yourself up on the sodden shore on the other side and the whole thing is collapsed in, it begins to sink into the mirror. Slowly over time, utterly ruined, you have turned back into what you originally were, a mere adventurer. No treasure.
Don't.
But having
At
survived...
least we didn't die.
We've got our
Yeah.
souls.
I didn't
Right?
expect that.
I know. I was like,